So we got a sort of a reasonable sized green turtle came in last week, and it had a history of being entangled in what we think was fishing line, perhaps with a crab pot caught up in that fishing line, wrapped around one of its front flippers. It's also got some damage to the side of its mouth, so we think there must have been a bit of line going into its mouth. And we also, came to us with evidence of a fish hook caught within its neck. One of the challenges with the marine turtles is they can get very, very big. So a fully grown green turtle might be over 100 kilos. This animal was only 31 kilos, but a pretty solid lump. And of course their body is encased in a shell, on the underside and the top. And so all the organs are inside that, and that makes it doubly difficult. It's like having an animal in its own box. So for us to be able to move the animal around and get decent x-rays and so on, we do have to be very adaptable. Sometimes it's very challenging. We might need to take x-rays in segments rather than get the whole animal on one plate. And certainly brings its own challenges when we're trying to do surgical procedures. So the wound looked pretty alarming to see. It's really quite dramatic. What I did for the wound was to try and remove any of the dead tissues there so that we can get it back to, live, healthy tissue, and to try and promote healing. So what we hope will happen is that gradually that defect in the flipper will heal sort of from the bottom up, if you like. So we couldn't actually see the hook despite looking with lights on long sticks and using our endoscope to be able to try and see it, despite knowing exactly where it was with x-rays. Fortunately, with the hook, we were quite happy that, given the really good look that we got down the animal's throat, that leaving the hook alone, it looks on the x-rays to be part of a hook, that is quite an appropriate thing to do rather than do major surgery. The turtle's actually doing quite well. It is using that flipper. The wound looks good. It's eating, which is really rewarding at this stage, because we need to make sure that the turtle get food in and out the other end without any problems, so we can relax about that piece of hook.